Happy Sunday, everyone, and welcome to Unsealed. Yeah, it's weird. It's saying live up in the corner, but it's we're live.
We're live?
We're live.
Cool.
We're live. So, of course, I'm Kate Dillon from Crate Insider and all the things, and I'm here with Steve Hendren from Hendren Racing Engines. Yeah, it looks like we have a weird cameraman there.
Wait, I gotta go this way.
You have to be closer. There we go. So, look at that. We got some folks joining us. We did go live. We just don't know really what happened there. It was just very strange.
It's kind of fucky.
Today we're today we're live on the iPad because we love trying out new technology.
Well, there's that, and like all your shit's still packed up from the trade show.
The trade show. Oh my God, the Cars Racing Show. Oh man, what do you think about this last weekend?
I thought it was amazing, actually.
Yes.
Met a lot of people that you don't normally meet at, larger conventions, I would say.
Yeah.
So, and had a lot more quality time, I think, with customers than what we'd have at, a place like PRI.
Well, I mean, there's no comparison.
No, we're not trying to compete with PRI.
No, it's like Disneyland versus like a state fair.
Right.
I mean, it's just
right.
and guess which one the Cars Racing Show is?
The state fair.
It's not Disneyland. I mean, and PRI really is like the Disneyland of racing parts, and man, it was, I'll tell you this.
No snags this weekend.
No snags.
I mean, was impressive.
We were waiting for snags. Yeah, there was a lot of potential.
Yeah.
A lot of people questioned whether we were
Gonna pull this off.
Yeah.
Pulled it off.
Made it happen.
Made it happen.
And, there were some challenges along the way. I will not even... There's absolutely no question that there were certainly some challenges, but we just met them and moved forward and made it happen.
Yeah.
I just have to ask you, because I certainly have my opinion.
Yeah.
But tell me kind of what some of your thoughts were, or what's kind of your takeaway, or like your inspiration, whatever. Tell me something.
I can tell you, like everybody I talked to at the show, vendor wise and manufacturers and stuff, I think everybody actually had a very successful show. Again, like I said, it's a smaller show, obviously, so it gives people more opportunity to talk to the people they want to talk to. Yeah. And, being that we were selling product, it gives people a great opportunity to get discounts and everything else. And, the turnout we had on Friday amazed me.
Yeah.
Saturday I kind of expected.
Right, yeah.
But Friday, that kind of shocked me.
Now, yeah, we had probably twice as many people on Saturday
yeah.
at any one time versus Friday. But, man, people brought... fat stacks of cash, as they say.
Yeah, no, they did.
Yes.
Everybody was, I think, kind of enjoying all the deals they can get there at the show.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I did some deals.
Yep.
Definitely did some deals. Plus, oh, man, I didn't really get to spend nearly as much time in my booth because, like...
you were the one organizing everything along with your brother Jimmy.
Yes, it was just me and Jimmy, at the core. And then, of course... I mean, we had a great team. I definitely have to just give a shout out to Jimmy's wife, Tina.
Yep.
To my awesome assistant, Tori.
Everybody.
Your son, Alex.
Slow assistant, Tori.
Yeah. Oh, we love Tori. Tori is amazing. Bruce Camp came and volunteered to come and help us out with the show.
Yeah.
And... Then we had Jimmy's son and daughter, so Luke was running the ticket booth.
You had Wesley running around there screaming at everybody.
He did great. he made it on Friday. Couldn't make it there on Saturday because he was announcing at East Alabama. And then Gabby and Canal did an amazing job at the front. So just, small team and making a whole lot happen. And my gosh, my gratitude. So huge. Absolutely. So huge.
Tori's husband, Terry?
Terry, yes. I'm so sorry. I don't mean to miss anyone.
Yeah, He kicked ass.
Oh, he sure did. Absolutely. Because, what you don't see behind the scenes is we did have to keep track of how many people were in the convention center at one time. And so we were monitoring all the exits and the entrances and, the exit and the entrance, I should say, and monitoring all of that. And just lots of going into that.
Absolutely.
But, I was really excited. Of course, a lot of the core of the show was brands that are very familiar to all of our viewers because they're companies we do business with. Like, check out my new cool sweatshirt from Daytona 1. Obviously, huge shout out to Buck and the team. I finally got to meet Mickey. I've been
that's right.
He's my guy at Daytona 1 that I talk to all the time.
It's not his real name, though.
It's not. It's our nicknames for each other. I'm Kitty and he's Mickey.
Mm-hmm.
And we've been talking on the phone for like 7 years.
Yeah, you never met.
And we've never met in person. So it was finally our chance to meet in person. But of course, Daytona 1 stepped up. But man, we got to get to some questions and comments here. Yeah. And let's see. I see. Oh, Cameron's here. Mm-hmm. He landed just in Pensacola just in time for the show.
There we go.
We spent some time with Cameron. He's been a huge supporter of Unsealed and of Crate Insider.
Yep. He's
got a car. Has had a winning driver with a lot of Crate Insider parts. He makes sure he lets us know that, and that is very exciting. Ryan Graham says, "What's up, Steve?" from Antioch.
Yay!
Yeah, definitely.
Former haunts.
Yes. And Jason George says, "Great job. Really enjoyed it."
Awesome.
Assuming he means the show. Cameron says, awesome show. Thank you for everything. And I am trying to see more of the comments. I don't know why it hates me, but
because it's technical difficulty Sunday, just like every Sunday.
It is. I know it always used to. Yeah. We don't know. But something really cool too. I know Scott was on here, Scott Compton from California, because he's always like the very, very, very first one on our shows. And I'm so grateful for that, for sure. All right, let's see here. We've got, I'll just try to keep track of the comments. If I missed you, feel free to comment again. It's just not being cooperative. I mean, this is technology. We're always technology challenge on Sunday. But usually I do have like a whole setup where I've got a camera and a Zoom recorder and
just like doing off the iPad
phone, and today we're on the iPad. Great. So and Cameron says the most successful show for our race team I've ever been to.
Well, that's awesome.
Yeah.
We talked a little bit last night, and you mentioned that to us, that you actually were able to talk directly to some manufacturers and secure a couple of good deals. So. Well,
we were very strategic in who we were really targeting with our advertising and to get the word out. And I think what we had here, it's not a think, I know what we had here, is we had serious race car drivers who were serious about showing up and checking out the newest technology. They were there to buy. They were there to learn.
Yep.
Unfortunately, I mean, this year we couldn't do the seminars that we wanted to do under the gathering rules and all the things that
bullshit governor stuff.
Right. So just make do with what you can do. But I didn't know when we took on this journey whether this was just going to be a one-off. But what I can tell you right now, we've already made the decision because the feedback has been so incredible.
So positive, yeah.
Yes, we have. And so people have been saying, you got to do this again in 2021. Yeah. But, we would never try to compete with PRI. It's not even a competition. So not to confuse anybody, but still just a little over a year from now, we are looking at January 2022. And we will have a date. We'll be able to announce that within this week. We'll be able to have a date out there that you'll be able to mark on your calendars. That. Oh, I'm seeing here. Josh says we had more success talking with people at your show than we usually do at the bigger ones. Really successful in our area. I know it's almost like just need to be a person on Facebook.
Really successful in our book.
Yeah. In our book. Okay, great. Oh, there we go.
So it's actually working.
Yeah. Okay, good. And now I did see Earl Ramey. You are awesome. And I want to thank you for all that you contributed to the show. Fantastic.
Absolutely.
I did see his first remark earlier, and he said, hey, need a shot?
Yeah,
I only had one shot this weekend and about 4 beers, I think.
I'll just say some things happened on Friday night.
There may have been shots involved.
Might not have been.
Yeah. Mackie says, I need to have tracks work with you and not have races, especially points races. Well, moving the show to January, the only reason, literally the only reason this show happened this past weekend was because of the PRI cancellation, because every single person that we know in this industry already had that weekend booked. That was blocked on their calendars for the last year. Anything else starts getting into some potential things. So it was a surprise to us that there were some races that were scheduled against the event, and it was unfortunate, but it is
what it is. It's kind of a weird year anyway, and people trying to get in as much racing as they can, I guess.
We got finally got to meet Mikey and his wife, Jessica Burnham.
Right.
Fantastic. And Mikey says, Stove and Kate. Cult leaders had a wonderful time. Thank you for everything. And I think Jessica said thank you on here too a little earlier. It's showing me like 4 comments at once.
Yeah.
But man, there's going to be a couple deals that I'll be coming through with too here coming up.
Yeah.
I am not a premature promoter. I mean,
no, you're not. I am.
I like to actually launch things and have it be a big launch and a surprise. But I was able to meet a couple of companies that I haven't done business with yet before. So that was really, really exciting because, I'm so grateful for all the core companies.
So what you're saying is you're going to have some new product spotlights.
I certainly will. Yes. So,
It
there's a couple products that I definitely need to jump in and learn a little bit more about because, I like to dive pretty deep into knowing stuff and shooting some videos. Now we will have some highlight videos from the show between Wesley and I.
Yeah.
We did try to go around and talk to a lot of the manufacturers.
Are you going to do like you would do at PRI and like post one every other day or something like that on the channel? Or
yeah, I mean, and in most of those there's a lot of them that are that I'll probably post over on the Cars Racing Show YouTube channel and Facebook page, where it's just kind of like a company spotlight.
Yeah,
I wasn't trying to focus on like here's your show special for the weekend kind of thing, or didn't really want it to be like stuck as a moment in time.
Gotcha.
Definitely wanted it to be like, hey, wow, if I've never heard of this company, I want to be able to put a face to a name. Yeah. And know that there's a person who's running it. Mm-hmm. There was a lot, the thing I really, really loved. I mean, there's so many things I loved. But, because it's
and if we're carrying on talking about the show, sorry, but
this is what we're going to talk about the entire time.
Not the entire time, but
well, I mean, if you have questions,
I just think it was so successful and went over so well that.
Well, there's just so many things.
We had happy, people coming in there to the show to go. Yeah. And we had happy vendors / manufacturers and, just.
Well, and retailers because it's a more affordable show. And so there's, newer companies could afford to be there. Like one that I can shout out to is the Bartleys is, or Erica Grant and Bartley Grant from Rainmaker Race Cars. Yeah. And they've been making street stocks in Kentucky. He's been at it for over 10 years. First time they've ever done a trade show. Yeah. And we're able to bring their car, beautiful car, and really got to get that out to a slightly different market, to come down from Kentucky.
That's so that was to be able to do.
That was pretty darn cool.
Well, our buddy Kevin, Ray.
Yeah, I mean his brand new company.
It's his brand new company and his first trade show that he's done as a brand new company. So
yeah, well, I mean it's CrateInsider's first trade show as exhibiting.
Well, that's true. Yeah, I didn't even think about that.
No, it's big. Yeah, and I brought. Believe me, I backed up the truck. I went and bought it. I got a 20-foot U-Haul and. Yeah, Steve thought I was crazy.
I was packed to the roof.
Yeah, and it wouldn't be so packed coming back, except for all the dirt car lifts that I bought and all the lithium batteries.
Yeah, you bought a bunch of shit while you were there too.
Well, I bought a bunch of stuff that it's hard to ship, and I had the guys bring it to me at the show. Yep. So I mean, it might look like I'm coming back with more than I brought, but
you're not.
But I'm
not according to your cash box last night.
Yeah, it was good. Yeah. Brandon Marshall, always great to see you, Brandon. Brandon's going home with some. I hope I'm not out. Well, it's going to be front and center. Some of the black interior Kaiser wheels.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, we were out of the beadlocks. We'll send some of those on his way. But I'm in love with those wheels.
Yeah, absolutely.
So yeah. Kirk, it was great. Captain Kirk came down. Says, "Great show, guys. Sorry, Steve, we didn't get to chat."
Yeah, I know. What the hell?
It's so hard. I mean, even at a show this size, I mean, we had about 100 booths ish or so. Yeah. So not tiny, but obviously not thousands or anything, but still.
But still, you spent so much time being able to actually talk to people.
Yeah, and there's this
I'm about talked out. I think I'm
Well, I told you before the show, I said, Steve, you might have to do more of the talking because I'm kind of losing my voice here. And it's just because I've been talking and laughing and like when you get talking in and you got the mask on, you got to talk louder because you got to be, try to be heard, and it's not like anybody can read the lips or anything. So yeah. Let's see. We've got actually a legit question here. So kind of an odd question. I've seen something about improved harmonic balancers on newer motors. What's improved? And would an older motor benefit with a newer one?
The newer balancers are actually 2 pounds lighter. They've been out for quite a while now. They're essentially 2 pounds lighter. They're a bit of a narrower balancer. I think a lot more of the weight is probably more center or more, towards the center. I think it's a better balancer. It's a nicer balancer than the older style ones. As far as benefit, I don't know that you'd notice a difference on the racetrack, but it's certainly legal to buy a newer balancer and put on there from, buy the GM. You got to buy it from GM is what I'm getting at.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it's not going to hurt anything. It's certainly, it's 100% legal to do that.
Well.
And they're zero balance, so you can actually, buy a brand new one and bolt it on your older engine if you want to.
Great. Well, we got Andy Garris here from ProFab.
Oh, Lord.
He says, Andrew. Shout out to Fresh Chef for Friday night.
Yeah.
Well, if you're going to say it, I'm going to say it because I just wasn't sure. We were a little under the radar there.
Yeah.
I have a brand new favorite restaurant in that Hickory area. Mm-hmm. And huge, huge, huge thanks to Mel over at the Fresh Chef.
That was an amazing night.
Yes. Oh, man. And Earl Ramey and Andy Garris for putting that together.
Andy doesn't remember it. Earl was wounded till about I'm going to say 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and then no, it was probably about 2. I walked by. He's eating a hamburger. I'm like, "You finally eaten?" He was like, "Yeah."
Well, we had to get all that in early before the before anything with the North Carolina regulations and stuff. So we had to,
all the bullshit
kind of get stuff in early there, but it was great.
They hooked us up, and we were still able to all have a good time later on.
All right. So now this is a question that I just heard over the weekend. I knew I needed to ask you or ask VP. But Gary says, is X85L okay? The VP dealer told me to run it in your crate.
L's fine. L's just leaded. I actually back-to-back both for Tommy there at VP. And I mean back-to-back like testing power-wise. And either one works just fine. We in our own personal car, I just run the straight X85. I don't use the L. But there's nothing wrong with the L.
Okay, cool. So, yeah, but there's no advantage. Is there any advantage there?
Any advantage? No.
To
there's
the L,
no
the leaded?
Between the two of them, no, not at all. So no.
Like it's not gonna be better for your motor or better.
No. I mean the lead that's added to it is basically a valve seat lubricant.
And so you just don't have to add like a top end lube?
With 602s or 604s, you already have hard seats in them, so it's not something that's necessary.
Okay, great. Yeah, so I figure I just dig deeper because I think that's what the actual question was there. And Earl says I still am.
he still should be.
I'll be having adrenaline for days. I'm in like kind of mid crash mode right now. I have been like. I have walked more. Do you realize I have a Fitbit?
Yeah, you told me there were 25,000 steps.
I had 20 more thousand steps on Wednesday or Thursday with move-in day, and then 14 or 15. Like I've done more stepping in the last 3 days.
Then you do it pure
than I normally do in a month in my office. Is what I'm saying. So it's like, oh my gosh! And I'm wearing hiking boots and.
Well, if you don't have that Fitbit tied to your ass in your office, you ain't doing no walking anyway, right?
Yeah. I know. I walk up and down the stairs.
Right?
I do.
Okay.
I do. Yeah, I get it. Yeah. Oh man, just what a fantastic weekend. I mean, I'm just glowing. I know it's 2020. It hasn't been a bad year for business. For some people have really suffered and some not so much.
Well, our industry, I would say it hasn't been a bad year.
I mean, on the industry side, for the parts side of things, and it just kind of depends. I think, some of the companies that have more consumable type of items, like, you know, body companies, they want you to race all you can because, like, you got to crash some stuff up,
yeah,
you
I
know?
know. The repair part side of things.
The repair part side of things,
a little bit.
certainly, but just kind of like the new parts. So that's kind of the trend that I've seen in the industry. So there have been some of the companies that have been, that this has been a hard year for them. And some companies have done really well financially, but regardless, it's not just about the money.
No.
I mean, what I didn't realize until throughout the show is, we've got this racing family, and just the love we have for just each other is so amazing. And I didn't realize how lonely I was.
Well, it depends on who you're talking about.
Well, yeah, whatever. But but
we did have a who I will affectionately refer to as a cockhole.
Nah, we don't even need to go there. Yeah. You know what? Because at the end of the day, we won the race.
Oh no, we won the race.
We won the race.
Absolutely.
So hey, there was a lot of struggle to get there, but we made it happen, and we won the race.
Somebody tried to screw over the show. Long story short, I won't name names because I'm not going to give him any credit because he epically failed. So yeah, there's that. I'll just say, what's his nickname now?
No, nothing.
No?
Invisible.
Okay, yeah. We'll call him Invisible. But the main thing is the manufacturers know about it now.
Yep.
See you, dude.
Ryan says, man, been waiting on this 6 days. How y'all doing? Want to talk about, let's talk E85 versus regular gas, or importance of ride heights and right front geometry. You pick. So there's got to be a joke there. Because
we talk about it all the
time. Wow. I really feel like this show this weekend has just launched us into like the next phase of 2021. And,
absolutely.
Like for me, I don't know how you see the rest of your year, because I mean,
I can't even, the rest of my year's booked up with engines right now.
Yeah, well, I think what I'm going to do,
I was 7 weeks behind going into this weekend, and now I have no clue where I'm at because I've got more stuff to do.
Did you maybe get a couple of engine orders while you were there?
I got a couple. Yep.
Yeah. Sold both my 602 and my
Sold
604.
Yours, yeah, right on the floor. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I think Booger Brooks bought your 604.
Yeah.
So.
Yep.
Look to see him doing some 604 racing this year.
That was great. And then I love the working together aspect of how we do all of this. So yeah, Booger's getting the engine, but it went home with Cody from KRC. Yep. And like, we all just, we help each other out and we work together when we can.
Yep.
So then we'll be seeing Cody, and AFCO came through. I'll be seeing AFCO here in just a few weeks at the Race Logic Chassis School coming up. Okay.
And Brian showed up too, Littleton.
Yes, and Brian Littleton. Yeah, we did a little promo. I got to edit that this week, talking about that because, of course, with his classes have both sold out. We've got the Street Stock class that's going to be happening at High Roller Chassis in Alabama. And then we have the Crate Late Model class happening in Tennessee with CVR race cars.
Yep, that'll be a pretty good show.
Yeah, it will be. It will be. And that'll be good.
Because I'm there.
Yeah. I'm not even, there's no competition at all. I mean, I've gone to these Race Logic Chassis schools for years, and I just do just a little segment talking about fire suppression. But of course, this year,
this will be my first time.
Yeah, you'll be you'll be a virgin.
It'll be kind of gonna pop my chassis school cherry.
Yeah, there we go. There you go. Well, yeah. If there was one way to say it, we're gonna find it. Larry says, did you get the question on the gas shocks? My computer went down. I did not get your question about gas shocks. So if you wouldn't mind, Larry, if you could, okay. Sorry. I guess
I'm glad that son of a bitch went off because I'm like sitting here about half blind. I keep having to look down.
Oh my gosh. Wow. Cameron says, thank you for all the great info and great conversations. My prayers came true. And it is always nice to actually meet people in person. That's my beauty light. So that's like why I've got wrinkles again. I look like I'm tired or sad.
Like try to make us.
Well, if there's no shadows on my face because the bright light's so bright, then if there's no shadows, there's no wrinkles. Yeah. What the heck? Look what you did. You just aged me 20 years right there. Right there. Susie says, it was such a great show. So happy I finally got to meet you, Kate, and get a picture with you. So it was, it was so nice. I mean, Gary and Susie have both been great fans of Unsealed, and it's so nice to have you both here. And Larry, please ask your question again, and we'll be happy to answer that.
Try to answer it, maybe.
Yeah, we'll try.
Of course, we got Kirk on here, so.
Oh yeah, Captain Kirk. He can help out.
He might be more of a gas shock expert than I am.
You know, I'll tell you, there is another new company that was there that was really super cool. I don't know if you got a chance to check it out. I know Alex and Mike both did.
Did they?
But Spring Rhythm. Spring Rhythm is an app on your phone.
Oh, they told me about that, actually.
Yeah, and so I got some more information. I did shoot a video with Benny Boudreau. Yep. And I was like, Benny Boudreau is from Louisiana. And I
would have never guessed that by his last name. I know.
So I go over there to talk to him, and I was like so full on waiting for like this Cajun, like that smooth Cajun, like that. And he talks like us.
Oh, cool.
I was like,
so no Creole then.
I know, and I was like, come on, Benny, with a name like Boudreau, we should hear about like the. Like the crawfish, I can't even do it. Nobody can do it. Nobody can. But it's such a cool accent. But no, I mean, Benny and his brother, they both did this together. He's a trained mechanical engineer. And with these load spring raiders, I mean, they're so expensive. So what they've figured out is the geometry. Like if you get the load numbers from your chassis builder and they say, whatever your load number things are. I don't really know how to adjust shocks and coilovers. You know that. But then you can do that and you can punch all your numbers into the app and then it tells you where you are. And it's just with the tape, just with your tape measure.
So you can make adjustments in the app is what you're saying. And
you sure can.
Change this and that in the app without actually having to have a smasher.
Without having to have a smasher. Yeah. And it's a subscription-based model, and it's only $100 a year.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. And then they're working on continuing to improve it, and at some point they'll have the graphs and everything that you would have. Very excited about that. Let's see. Oh, Larry says, you think I could get by on AFCO coilovers versus gas adjustable? Well, Larry, what do you race? What kind of car? I mean, and I think those are some questions.
Well,
I'm not a shock guy.
It'll probably be a late model, but like the. Yeah, I mean, I'll be honest. It's a bit of a vague question. Because there's so many different variables as far as that stuff goes.
So many. I would say the best thing to do, Larry, would be actually consult with a shock guy, and we're really not.
I mean, if Kirk's still on here, maybe message Kirk.
Oh, okay,
and talk to him.
He's on a crate late model.
Yeah,
604 crate late model.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I mean, oil shock versus, gas shock, or however you want to put it. I honestly don't know, to be honest. I mean, it just depends on what you're doing and what you're. I know there's some places where you get weight brakes for, like standard type shocks versus double adjustable gas and stuff like that. So
yeah,
I'm not
really sure. You know where a really good place is to learn that
stuff. But one good place to learn it is to talk to Kirk.
Yeah. Well, and that does remind me. So Kirk, they were going to be part of a school this weekend. Things got switched around, and Kirk was able to make it to our show.
Yeah.
But I would definitely say that the information that's put out on Race Know-How by Jonathan Masters.
That's true.
And what Jonathan's doing over at Race Know-How with his subscription-based model does a lot of great stuff there, for sure.
Very true.
Now, your son says, been taking power naps all day. I'm exhausted. Awesome show we had, for sure. Yeah, me too.
I was exhausted because of Friday night. Let's be honest.
Yeah. Yeah. I
no, he worked his ass off.
Yeah, he worked so hard. So hard. Yeah, definitely. Chris O'Connor says, yeah, Benny definitely didn't talk like a coon ass. Well, because that's just what, the Cajun people. I don't want to, no attacking. I love talking to Kevin DuPont. Yep. Okay, and of course Dave Hammond's nickname for him is coon ass, but he's got that just smooth Louisiana thing going on. I love it. So Kirk says, a quick answer from my standpoint. Good to have Captain Kirk on the show. He says, non-bulb gas versus twin tube oil shocks. Gas is best in fast, traction, or rough. Twin tube is best for when you need traction.
There you go.
Great. Thank you so much for
now we have
chiming in.
Now we have a professional, non-engine builder, shock builder guy actually answered the question.
And Kirk and I have talked a little bit, and I said, you are welcome to come down here anytime. Join us on the show.
Yeah, for sure.
Gosh, I can't even. I mean, like my lips don't even move the same right now. I've talked so much. Absolutely. Oh, and Wendy and Sean Martin tagged Race Know How. So yeah. I mean, you guys, it's. We're in a collaborative world. I don't have all the answers and I don't have all the parts, but man, I know some smart people. I really do, and I'm really grateful for them.
Honestly, it's the best way to go about it. I mean, if you don't know the answer, just refer to somebody who does.
That's right.
I mean,
that's my job. Is if I know the answer, great. Otherwise, I know a guy
or a girl. There's girls too.
Well, I mean. Just, I mean it in a more general kind of sense, We lost Steve. Steve's going for a beer. He's going for a beer. Oh, yeah, we didn't even talk about what we're drinking today. And, of course, Steve's being basic with his Michelob Ultra. I am drinking Tori's last Coke Zero. So guess who gets... I had Diet Cokes in the refrigerator, but Alex and I drank them. So Tori's, I'm drinking Tori's...
Coke Zeros.
Coke Zeros, yeah. Yeah, I don't know that I'm ready for... I didn't even drink hardly this weekend. So.
I was amazed how many people recognized Evil Assistant Tori, having not ever seen her before.
Yeah. And then you know what I would hear from it? I don't know how many times I heard, well, you didn't tell me your assistant was hot.
Well, her initial nickname was Hot Assistant Tori.
And just
now it's Evil Assistant Tori.
Yeah.
Which is soon to be Slow Assistant Tori.
I don't even know where the slow. She is not slow at all. Man, she wielded...
She took 30 minutes to go to her room last night before we can go to dinner.
That's what held y'all up.
That's why we were late. It wasn't because we overstayed our welcome while we were eating. It's because Evil Assistant Tori Slow Assistant Tori took 30 minutes to go to her damn room.
Okay.
It might not have been 30. It might have been 5, but I'm just saying it was somewhere between 5 and 30.
Yeah, so here's what happened. The show's done. I have all kinds of show things to do. And these guys are all like, well, we're hungry, and what do we need to do? And, like, it is a yard sale, practically. I mean, like, just like...
We just wanted a plan, is what we wanted.
Yeah, so I'm like, okay, you guys go eat. I'm going to go do show things. And then they were gone, like, forever. So finally I'm like...
Was it forever? It was like an hour.
I don't know. It seemed like a really long time.
It was an hour.
So I was like, what is this, like a 5 beer kind of a dinner here?
No, it was a 3 beer dinner.
I'm just dizzy.
We were at the mercy of the people that were busy serving us. So
yeah, and Tori's like, not my last Coke Zero. It's okay. They make more at the store. We're not that deep in the I don't know, whatever it is, the apocalypse here. There's still some.
We do have some of your Doritos left from last night, though.
Yeah, we do. And Tori says it was awesome assistant Tori last night with the Reese's cup. So you got your Reese's.
Well, that's
cup.
true. I did change your nickname at the last minute, about 2 a.m. last night, to Awesome Assistant Tori.
I know, so late. And Susie said, Tori, it was nice meeting you at the show. So Tori's getting called out on the show because she's awesome. And Tori says, no, I did not. And Steve had 5 beers.
What? I did not have 5 beers. I did not have 5 beers.
I don't know. My belief.
Now, to my credit, it took me longer to drink the 3 beers or maybe it was 4. It took me longer. It took me less time to drink the 4 beers that I drank than it did for her to go up to her room and back down.
Yeah.
And make sure we had our room secured.
Well, that was a whole different thing.
So I'm ratting her out to you.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Everybody worked hard. Everybody worked hard on the team, and I mean, I just couldn't be. Like, my gratitude cup is so full right now.
You are coming to unload that damn U-Haul in front of my shop tomorrow and, like, get everything back in the shop, right?
Well, yeah, because that U-Haul won't magically drive itself back to the U-Haul place. No. So, although, I might want to buy one or something. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, let's see. And, Tori says, ask Alex and Terry and guess. I'm not sure. Maybe about, I don't know about what. But
my guess will stick up for me.
And Steve says, where are the shots? You know what? That might need to happen. What do we want to shoot? Because you know what? You guys don't.
We haven't done that in a while, have we?
We haven't. And like somebody was talking about how many guns they have, and so that's a arsenal. And then somebody else was talking about a bar, and I'm like, you know what? Like I've got a barsenal. Yeah, you do have. It is pretty ridiculous. You know, and what we could do is I think I can flip the camera in this.
No.
Okay.
I wouldn't do that.
But find us something. Pick something.
Where's your shot glasses?
See, this should be right there at the barsenal.
Oh,
they're on the barsenal. Yeah. And not moonshine. I don't really want moonshine today.
That didn't fucking work.
Yeah, that's fine.
Let's see. What do we want?
I don't know. Just pick something. All
right.
right.
All the shit for my birthday.
Yeah, and it's everywhere. Okay, we're getting suggestions. So Steve says picklebacks, Jameson chased with pickle juice. Okay, so I have I have all the vodkas, and I have a whole lot of whiskey over there, but I don't think I have any Jameson. Kirk says shots. Hell, be like 0 and have some Crown.
Is Andy Garris still on here?
I'm not sure if Andy Garris, but yeah, your peach Crown is in there. There's probably a peach Crown in the freezer as well.
In the freezer?
Yeah, I think it is. I tried the apple Crown over the weekend, and that was amazing.
We had a shot of that at the bar.
Yeah, that was a beautiful thing. That was pretty amazing.
Let's see.
And Steve says any whiskey works. Freezer, right hand side in the back.
What?
Yeah.
There's literally no whiskey in here.
Okay. Well, you can come back. I'll find it really quick. Swear to God, I swear it's in there.
You sure it's not the refrigerator in the back?
No, that's not where you put alcohol in the freezer. Except my freezer's only so big, so I don't want to leave our guests waiting. Okay. Otherwise, there's a box. The box is in the back in this one, but I know there was a second one.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah.
No, there's full.
Yeah, there's a full one.
Honey.
And get us some glass. Oh, there we go.
Salted caramel.
Oh my God, I haven't tried that one. And get us some shot glasses.
Where are those at?
Right there, like by your hand, by the other one. Well, no, where the other shot glasses were.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and now Steve's saying double shots over here. Dennis says Andy is still in bed from the weekend.
He probably is.
Oh my God!
He was walking around.
Oh,
he was walking around like he had something shoved up his ass. First thing in the morning on Saturday.
Well, and Spud is here saying great show, by the way. Of course, Spud is from American Racer. You know, I finally got to meet Ray Cook. Well, go on over here on camera, and like that would have been a great unboxing video there, Steve. Unboxing well, it's a beautiful box. Show everybody the box. It's pretty. But we got this salted caramel Crown, which
try that.
Yeah, I haven't tried it yet. You know, I'm all in love with the Old Smoky Moonshine salted caramel whiskey. So salted caramel Crown. Yeah, I do. We need to toast for that. All right, there we go. Well, wow, man, I think these are double shots. So, viewer Steve, they're
pretty sure it's 2 ounces. Well, yeah, I think
that looks like a whole lot of shot right there. My goodness. Yeah, there we go.
Well, like that much
beautiful.
out of it, so. All right, cheers.
All right, cheers. Cheers to everybody, and thank you. Can't do it with all the people.
That's right. Oh, that's good.
Oh, that is so good. I just kind of drank a lot of it, and I spilled it on my face.
That's good.
Steve says salted caramel moonshine is amazing. Earl says I can't even watch. Susie says cheers.
Earl gets sick right now. That's what's gonna happen.
Now Steve's like, do another one. Tyler says, met your brother and we were excited to start working with him. Oh, great. It's Tyler Stetler. You remember we talked with them. We sat down across from the PRI last year.
That's right.
And of course, he worked through my Winnie Motorsports marketing program. His mom and dad family race team, fantastic. So that's great.
My friend Mark Hamby, he did bring me, what was it, 12 quarts of Shine from
Can
Eastern
you say
Tennessee.
that? Are you like going to get him in trouble or something?
No,
you know. Okay.
yeah. I mean, you know, it's I didn't buy it. He gave it to me.
It's a gift.
Yeah.
It's a gift. Great. And I see Larry and Kirk, you guys can connect with one another on shock.
Yeah, absolutely. Kirk's
lots of shock questions. And it's
game,
just something like neither of us kind of really know on the show.
Well,
yet,
I'll be honest, I haven't raced in quite a while, and I'm just not up on everything. It's cool and trendy right now.
Don Blackshear is here.
Yep.
Engine builder Don Blackshear from Pace Performance. And he says, congratulations on the great show. We truly enjoyed our time at the show. So grateful for Don coming down.
Don loved it so much he left and came back.
Wow.
On Saturday.
Well, yeah, I saw him on both days, which was fantastic. Now Steve's like, where's mine? We'd happily have a shot with you there, Steve. And Shine is everybody's a thumbs up on that. My goodness. There's just not a lot to say other than it's more about like the emotion. I know a lot of business got done.
Oh, absolutely.
The exhibitors were all very happy that at least everybody I talked to, and we're always going to be looking to do a better job. I guess the big thing is, what did you expect for a show that we put together in 2.5 months with 2 people?
Well,
we busted tail. We busted tail.
You guys, it's not like you and Jimmy are known as, unorganized people. So, you pretty much nailed it. So, there you go.
No, he's a perfect teammate, too. Because we had the same vision, but we have different skill sets. So he did his thing, and I did my thing, and we did our together thing.
But you two essentially have the same brain, too, so that helps.
We do, with just slightly different skills.
Yeah.
So it was cool. Lee Cooper, of course, with XL Racing Chassis. I caught a quick interview with Lee that we're going to be publishing.
Awesome.
Yeah.
He's got a badass race car.
Nice.
Yeah. I've seen several of them now. So.
It was a trip. Like, Alex was like, I can't believe how many late models I've seen in this show.
Well, that was kind of the cool. This is the other cool part that I found. So I remember back in the day going to the IMIS show in Indy. Mm-hmm. Okay, before it was bought out by PRI, and it was a dirt racing show. Mm-hmm. And this was kind of a dirt racing show.
Well,
not completely, but it was kind of a dirt racing show, and again, I think it, brought out a lot of people who could talk to. We had a lot of chassis guys there.
I couldn't believe how many chassis.
Yeah.
Well, not only do we have chassis guys who were exhibiting, but all the chassis guys that were there walking around.
Yeah.
That was pretty incredible.
Absolutely.
too. You had XL Racing Chassis.
CVR, you had Chip and Matt Henderson walking around on Friday and all that stuff.
I didn't see Mike, but Mike Knuckles from Warrior was there.
Yeah, you had Jim Bernhausel from Laser. Lee obviously with his deal, and I thought it was a pretty damn good deal.
Yeah, and we had some asphalt representation too with rowdy race cars over
in
Buzzy's booth.
Yep.
And it was pretty cool that Victory Custom Trailers, they came down, and part of it was to pick up their asphalt car that they're testing at Hickory today.
The thing I liked about it, regardless of whether it was dirt, asphalt, whatever, it was short track racing.
Yeah.
It wasn't. I didn't have to look at drag cars that I'm not interested in. I didn't have to look at show cars that I'm not interested in. I didn't have to look at crap that I don't like. So,
Josh Christopher is here. We're like badass besties right now. We are seriously badass besties is what I'm gonna say. He's like, yo, you guys are awesome. You're awesome, Josh. You're my badass bestie. Earl says definitely nailed it. And Josh says, you both did an amazing job. We were excited to be a part of it. And so much more to come together on all of this. Now, Tyler says, Tyler Carpenter with Kryptonite Race Cars. I didn't see Tyler Carpenter.
I didn't see him, but maybe I did see him.
If he was there, I can't believe
I'm like, is that, yeah, maybe I did. I can't remember. But.
Oh my God, I would have really loved to met him because, his moment at Gateway last year was just so incredibly powerful.
I have to say Alex, because I honestly thought I saw him talking to Alex, but I don't know. It may have been somebody else.
I'll tell you, it was like a blur because there were so many things. I think
we were answering so many questions and talking to so many people that it was hard to tell one from the next, honestly. And especially with masks on and stuff. So
yeah, true. But I had so many different. I'm not a multitasker. I'm just gonna throw that out to the world.
Yeah.
The truth is, I am not a multitasker. I am a hyper focuser. So for me, it's like, okay, I'm in the booth. I'm doing booth things. Oh no, now they need me at the ticket booth. Okay, I'm gonna go to the ticket booth. Okay, what's going on the other side?
Right.
I am jumping from one thing to the next, and not necessarily with.
Well, when you're trying to display and be show organizer, then
and Earl says that Tyler was in his and Profab's booth.
Yep.
Josh Christopher says Tyler was there. Oh my gosh, I would have liked to have met Tyler Carpenter. I would have liked to have interviewed him.
Yeah.
Because I know it's a year later, but that was such a powerful moment.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Man, I'm super bummed. I didn't even get to meet Tyler Carpenter at my own show. Darn it.
The hell, okay.
I know. I'm just going to have to screen people as they're walking in. I might have like an interview booth like as people are walking in next time. That would be super awesome.
Yeah, but then you still got to recognize them like not in a fire suit or, you know what I mean?
Well, I know that's why I did name badges.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's still not the same, like you said.
Yeah.
I mean, with the masks and the concealment, it's hard to even recognize people you already do know.
Like everybody was there trying to rob somebody.
Yeah. Well, that's why we had a police officer there,
That's
just
right.
in case. He really liked us, too. He's like, really like this crowd. Kind of a little different crowd than the gun show,
right.
Like he's probably just always kind of like, yeah, you're hoping that's not loaded.
Right.
Literally everybody's walking around with guns. It's got like the sign is going to protect you, where it says, no loaded weapons.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah, and Bill Pink is here. Bill.
Yeah.
My goodness, of course, I saw him when he checked in.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't get a chance to get over there very much. I did get a chance, Bill, to talk to your assistant, Liz. She is amazing.
I hope you sold some carburetors.
I hope you did. Yeah. I mean, I love his product, just the Bill Pink and Pink carburetors.
Yep.
And it's fantastic. Josh says, I will say this now. I will be the first to commit to the 2021 show.
Nice.
Well, our 2021 show is actually going to be January 2022.
Yep.
So that's what I know. It's kind of confusing. It'll make more sense in like 3 weeks when
it
it really is only a year away. Fantastic, Josh. Thank you. And by the end of this week, we will have a date. And we will get those pre-commitments and make sure, hey, if you like your booth,
You can
keep your booth.
All right, Obama.
If you like your booth, you can keep your booth. Yeah. Oh, and Lisa. Oh, and Tyler says that Tyler Stetler says I introduced him to your brother. Man, it's crazy. Lee's ready to sign up for next year all over again with XL.
Yep.
Bill says he had an awesome show. Bill Pink says an awesome show. I'm so glad, Bill, because I didn't get I don't know that Jimmy or I did get a chance to talk to you.
I didn't get a chance to go by there either. I was either at your booth talking to people or taking a 5-second cigarette break.
Well, and it was your booth too,
Well, I mean, essentially, yeah, but you know what I mean.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you're a popular guy. I know. I wanted to walk around and do the things that I normally do when I attend a show.
Well, it wasn't that I was popular. It was I was also helping out with questions with products and stuff like that.
Yeah. Yeah, Tori kind of got thrown off the deep end.
You kind of threw her in the deep end of the pool, just going, sink or swim, bitch.
Here's stuff. These are things.
Yeah.
Do awesome things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here's a list of shit. Sell it.
See those item numbers? Yeah. You wonder all that work that we do on the website? Yeah, this is what it is.
She'll have a way easier time at PRI next year.
Yeah, well, we're not...
Because you're not doing this.
No,
you're doing...
No, at PRI we were going to be attendees walking in the aisles.
You're just hauling her around, making her take video.
Yeah, it's exactly. Yeah. I mean, my brother will have a booth there,
right.
So... they're probably coming out and...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's what we talked about today, because it just... the power of a trade show and how it can connect you with your audience, and especially when it gets you to the audience that you don't have as much access to.
Right.
So, for PRI, you really do get that Midwestern audience, and so if you want to, get that, and obviously it's a really huge audience.
It would make a lot of sense for him to do that, actually.
Oh, it certainly would. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, and down here we've got our Southern show, and yeah. It's exciting. It's so weird. We have the bluest sky right now, and it's such a weird little blue band in in the video. I keep waiting for like words to go across the screen.
Trying to get, yeah.
Oh, right.
Oh, we had the best weather too. Mm-hmm. God, the weather was like perfect.
Oh my gosh, so incredible! It was like 68.
We were walking around in t-shirts.
Yeah, t-shirts and a vest on only because I needed pockets. Right. Tyler Settler says, by the way, great show. For the short notice and COVID, the show turned out great. Mm-hmm. Thank you. I feel the same. Like, COVID or not, it's a great show.
Well, absolutely.
Yeah.
And really, thanks to the convention center for allowing us to do it.
Oh man, I mean the convention center
and the city of Hickory, and
yeah,
the county and everything else, and
and we did everything we could to comply with any governor's orders that were happening and all of that, so that we all worked together. But there were times during this that people really had to stand up for this show to happen.
Oh, absolutely.
And of course, it was us saying we weren't gonna. It wasn't about backing down. It was about, this is our future and what we need to do.
Well,
and was needed.
And again, without naming names, I mean, somebody tried to actively shut the show down, and which, obviously, like I said, I think everybody in the industry down kind of knows who that is. And, it's a total chicken shit thing to do. But, that being said, we all still showed up.
Did what we had to do.
We did what we had to do. We got through it, and it was a successful show for most people. Well,
and the convention center, too, they stayed strong. It was great. We had the previous relationship with them from having the shows years in the past.
Oh, and by the way, the governor's office did tell us who it was, so we do know.
Yeah, we
Just saying.
Regardless.
Governor's office.
Spud says, hey, I got to see Steve Hendren in the restroom.
That's right. I did see... Me and Spud peed next to each other.
Earl Ramey says, Andrew, myself, and Fresh Chef is definitely in same booth. Okay, you want your booth? You get to keep your booth. And Susie and Bill obviously had a great connection there. Bill Pink and Susie Bowman.
Great.
And Earl says, yes, what a jack off. But, that'll be handled all on its own. Yeah, it's fine,
Shit like that handles itself.
At the end of the day, you get spit out, you go to the back, and you come back.
Well, just remember, if you get a phone call saying, hey, would you like to come show at my expo? Be like, no.
Yeah. Wait, let's see. So, when we can address, Josh, today, this is all about the Victory Lap. And this is the Victory Lap.
Yeah, this is the Victory Lap.
Yeah.
I agree.
And you say whatever you want to say, whenever you want to say it, wherever you want to say it.
You're welcome to.
We're
not going to.
Nah, we're gonna be cool, and we'll be working on the next show and the next things. And not only that, I've got all these just little snippets, that will be kind of sprinkling around, and I want to make sure that we add as much value for all of the exhibitors that were at the show, and I want to dive deeper into meet a lot of new people that I met, that had booths. And so I want to give them added value throughout the year. So you're going to see more, and not necessarily on Crate Insider side, but on the Cars Racing Show website, or on the, we can do it on the website and on the YouTube channel and on the Facebook page, and just keep moving forward. Instagram, all of those things. So, also any of you guys that are watching that were exhibitors, so the Earl and Andy and Josh, you guys have anything you want me to share, on any of the social platforms, let me know. And I want to continue to build that audience and continue to build the value for you moving forward.
Yep.
For sure. And let's see. Yep, Josh says Steve was reading my mind. Yeah, it was just so good. It was so good. Mm-hmm. And, really a great way to end, 2020. And really launch ourselves into 2021. And, it's our decision whether we want to linger in the past or just move forward and just have the most amazing future.
Oh, fuck that, dude.
That's not what I'm talking. That's not what I'm talking. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm just saying in general.
Oh, okay.
The Cars Racing Show.
I'm still obsessed with that, and I'm trying my best to be like a good boy. So.
Hey, it's yeah. I don't know. I think haven't we had enough in this world of racing to the bottom and giving too much attention to a bunch of whiny little losers? So no. What we're going to focus on is on the win and the winners. Yes. And yeah, Gary says that show gives companies a chance to invent. Absolutely.
For sure.
Yeah, these small companies get a chance to get their product out. Like Spring Rhythm. That's such a cool app.
Again, this is a much more affordable thing to do. And we're not trying to compete against PRI.
No.
We ever going to do that. I'm just saying,
them.
This is an affordable regional show. And I say regional, but you know what? We had people from Minnesota. We had people from, Oregon. We had people from a lot of different damn states coming here who flew in to come to this show. Which, that's pretty impressive.
It is impressive. It really is.
Yep.
It's pretty fantastic. Yes. So, yes, I mean, exciting times. There'll be much more to come. I'm just still, like, exhausted. I haven't even, like, it hasn't all sunk in yet. It's like I planned a big wedding, and I was a bride, and I didn't really quite even see all the people that were at my wedding.
Yeah.
And now, like, now I'm married, and I don't even know what to do. Like, I don't know what to do with my hands. No, it was really, really fantastic. Really enjoyed meeting all of the people, and I'm so
anything
grateful.
else you want to talk about today? Or?
No, we're an hour. I think we should wrap it up because I do need to get some rest. I have a whole U-Haul truck to unload tomorrow. Yeah. So yeah.
Yeah, I would actually like to go to sleep in my own bed tonight because while the bed was comfortable in the hotel room, those pillows freaking blew. They were horrible.
That's okay. You know what? Do you need a My-Pillow for Christmas?
If you want to buy a My-Pillow for me, I will take it. Certainly.
Okay.
Yeah.
I will get you a My-Pillow. I mean, sorry, because you did say that, like, I'm going to start bringing my own pillow to the hotels.
I did. Yeah, exactly. I was pissed off because it was like,
I know you
this
were.
pillow fucking sucks.
And the commercials make me laugh, but I do appreciate.
First, they put 4 pillows on the bed, and every one's supposed to be like a different, I don't know, hardness or I don't know what the hell the deal was, but it's the little ones that are like that wide.
Yeah. Yeah, and they were lumpy. They were like, they would have been better as like stuffer pillows.
It's like some fat-headed son of a bitch slept on it before I did or something.
Yeah,
caved in one side of the pillow.
I don't think that's it. I think it's just the way that they're made or whatever.
I don't know.
Okay, well now I know what to get you for Christmas. I mean, usually it's whiskey or beer, but I mean, you did get the kegerator.
Perfectly happy for a pillow.
A pillow. Okay. I have bought you pillows before. It just wasn't a My-Pillow. But with a My-Pillow, we know it's made in the United States, which was definitely a theme at the show.
And he's a Trump guy.
Oh, well, I know that too. Yes. So that would be the other definitely thing about the My-Pillow. Yeah, but the Made in America. I mean, so much at our show is these are all small businesses, American companies building American parts. Really, really incredible.
What would Dave Hammond say about this show? About what would he say? What did he call them the other day in his live interview?
No, we are not. No, you can watch. You can go check out Hammond Motorsports to find out what Dave says about non-American made parts.
Parts, usually from Asia.
Dave is Dave. Dave is Dave. Alrighty. Well, we're gonna wind this up. Bill Pink says, "Merry Christmas, everybody." Bill, you and we definitely need to get together. I promise I'm not just throwing that out. Thank you for believing in the show and being part of it. Josh says, "Go rest up, guys. You deserve." Yeah, I am wiped out.
My feet still hurt.
Yeah, I've been soaking in Epsom salts I did it for like an hour, and man, just it was.
Earl's head probably still hurts too.
My
feet hurt. Earl's head hurts. I know that for a fact.
Why did you kick him in the head? Is that why?
No.
I know.
No.
I know. I'm just joking.
And look at
that.
All the freaking shots he was buying.
But I'm just saying, Earl Ramey, Steve Hendren, both engine builders, and you guys get along just fine.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
No, I mean.
Well, it's just a message. I don't think everybody knows that everybody gets along.
No. Well, what's funny is a lot of people in the industry. We all talk. Yeah. Amongst ourselves.
We sure do.
And we're all...
like little schoolgirls.
I'm going to say we're all... there's times where we might bicker back and forth or not get along or disagree on certain things. But for the most part, we're all in the same boat together because we're in the same industry together.
So if one of us gets attacked, then we all rally up.
Exactly.
Like the Tyler Carpenter story where his niece needed that operation last year at Gateway.
There's things like that.
And we rallied, and it happened, and it was a positive.
Maybe you don't like that dude, but people donated money. I'm just saying. So everybody like usually comes together, but we also almost all of us talk to each other in one capacity or another. And so when you just advice race car drivers, don't talk shit about people, because when you talk shit about people, it goes right back to the person you're talking shit about, because odds are the person you're talking shit to knows that person and they talk a lot.
Oh, yeah.
Just saying.
It circles around. And Earl says, watch Tyler interviews on Bumper Jack's Race Talk. I'll have to do that. And he also says, damn right we do, that we talk and we... and he says it spins them out that we all...
Well, it's completely amazing.
Yeah.
Well, it was like me and your brother back in the day. This goes for race car drivers, too.
Yeah.
Like back in the day when we and your brother... Everybody thought it, like Cleveland County Speedway, me and her brother were like the biggest rivals. And we pitted next to each other and we're like best friends.
Yeah.
and people were just blown away that we were like good friends, but like I'd knock the freaking shit out of him on the racetrack, that kind of thing.
Gotta do what you
Or
gotta
he'd
do.
do the same to me, whatever.
And Spud says, Merry Christmas, everyone, and have a great New Year.
Same to you, Spud.
I completely agree. I think on that note, it's a great time to wrap it up.
Yep.
Of course, we will plan to be back next Sunday for Unsealed. I want to thank you so much for being here.
Let's see what happens this week. Wow.
Yeah. I mean,
I don't know what the hell we're going to talk about next week.
There'll be something. There'll be something. Maybe we'll figure it out. We got a week to figure it out.
Maybe Trump wins because the Supreme Court rules in his favor.
I don't even want to. I don't even know. I don't know what's going
Let's
on.
hope.
I don't know what's going on. There's a blur.
Yeah.
So anyway, thank you guys for watching. Thank you for being part of the show. If you like listening to the podcast version instead of watching the video, you can catch us on the Racing Insiders podcast. It's actually www.racinginsiderspodcast.com or on the Apple Store or the Google Play Store. And hit that subscribe button, all the things, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and just thank you so much for being here. We love to get a reaction on the show, and we'll look forward to seeing you next week.
Yep.
Have a great week.
See ya.